Hello friend, welcome back to Hawkstack channel. So today we will learn how to use the dmesg command in Linux, especially in RHEL to detect hardware or boot issue. So the point will be how to use the dmesg command in Linux, especially we are looking for the RHEL, especially for the RHEL to detect hardware or boot issue. So this is our main task. So we will go step by step with practical examples. We are going to see some troubleshooting, how to easily troubleshoot the system. So first question will arise there. What is D message? What is the D message? So D message is stand for the display message. Display message. It's a message from the kernel ring buffer. So we can write directly. It shows message from the kernel ring buffer. Then these message are generated during when it is generating the message. This message is generating during the boot whenever hardware is detected, removed, or error occur. So at those moment it is going to generate it. So we can write this message are generated during boot and whenever hardware is detected, right? Removed or errors occur. So it is about the D message. Now, in which place it is useful? It is useful for checking the boot process in detail or detecting the hardware errors or debugging the device drivers issue. So we can mention as a statement useful for the first checking boot process details, detecting hardware errors, then debugging device driver issues, right? So these types of usabilities are there, means we are checking for boot process detail or detecting hardware errors or debugging device drivers issue. Now main task, viewing the boot message. So for viewing the boot message, the command going to use is dmesg, and you can apply less value. What the data it will going to show? It will going to show all kernel message from boot till now. Okay, and you can use your arrow key to scroll up, scroll down, right? You will see information about your CPU, RAM, storage, network card, etc. So I can mention as a statement, this shows all kernel messages from boot till now. Then second step, um, you will see the information regarding the CPU, RAM, storage. We can mention you will see information about CPU, RAM, storage, network, card, etc. So we can consider example also. For example, if your hard disk has issue and you might see something, so you will get the example of it. Example, if your hard disk has issues, you might see something like, so the data will look like bracket 2.345678 like that. Some information failed to identity or identify, error or error mask, like that types of the message you will receive. So it will be the errorful message or issue in your disk. Then if you have to filter the message for the hardware issue, so we can mention filtering message for hardware issue. So for filtering the message for hardware issue, we can search for a specific keyword, right? What will be the specific keyword? dmesg, then applying grep -i error. So it will show you the disk related error. This things will help us to see the disk related error. Now, after disk related error, for example, if USB devices, for USB devices, what the filter we can apply? We can apply a dmesg, then grep -i USB. In the similar way, if you have to gather the information regarding your network, right? So network interface, for network interface, you will get the information dmesg, then grep -i ETH. For example, in our system, if a USB device is not working, okay, so dmesg might show. So what's the dmesg might show? Example, just like any numerical value, and then after you will get USB 1-2 device descriptor read 64, like that types of error we are generating or we are getting to our system, right? If you have the error related to the USB, then if you have to check the boot time message, so checking boot time message. For checking boot time message, what the command we can use? dmesg, we are aware that it can show when a service or device took a long time to initialize, right? So for example, dmesg grep -i. So when it is taking the delay, so the filter is applying delay word, right? So you are getting the same or similar types of error or similar types of answer in which it will mention some numeric values, and after the numeric values you will get system D in a bracket 1 2 like some numeric value, then starting udev kernel device manager. like this. Similarly, the message look like that 15.5678 0. Then you are getting the message system D in a bracket 1 colon started udev kernel, then device manager. So like these types of values you will get there. This means udev take 10 seconds to start, which may slow down boot. Okay, so this will be the difference between them. So it is a 10 second to start, which may slowing down our boot process. Now, if you have to clear your old message, clearing old message. For clearing the old message, you know that sometime we want to clear the kernel buffer so that only new event should be appear. So at those moment, you can mention it sudo dmesg hyphen capital C. So then trigger the event, okay, and run the dmesg again to see only fresh log. What you have to do? Then trigger the event and run dmesg again to see only fresh logs. Simple. What the example or scenario we can consider? The scenario can be just like your system is taking time to boot and sometime USB and keyboard is not detected, right? I am mentioning it. Scenario could be like a system is taking time to boot and sometimes USB keyboard is not detected. At this scenario, you have to check message. So what is the message? dmesg, then applying the grep hyphen I USB symbol, and the output maybe look like 4.12345 6, like that USB, because you are looking for the USB one. Then device not accepting address -7172, like that. So this tell you there is a USB device, right? But USB device error is also with it. So you can now try changing port or checking drivers. Okay. So there is USB device error, and what you have to do, you can now try changing ports or checking for the drivers, because if the drivers are missing, then also you are getting some problem. So for the quick recap or for the summary, we can consider that whatever the things we have seen till now. So we have seen till now that dmesg is your first tool to check kernel level logs, right? dmesg is your first tool to check kernel level logs and use it for it is used for boot troubleshoot. It is using for boot troubleshooting, then hardware problem detection, then driver issue debugging. It is used for all of those things, right? So that's all for today, guys. We will meet again in next video. Thank you.